Hello, everybody. Uncle Frank with Team Beer Guts, where it takes guts to ride and beer to recover. Welcome to another day of the Tour de Beer, a different beer every day of the Tour de France. Quick race recap, and we're going to talk about a new beer, and this one's a new style. Have not talked about this one at all so far during this year's tour. Stage 16, kind of steady, more excitement. The fireworks were probably up front, out of the breakaway. Everything else in the back, everything kind of stayed, about as is kind of what you expected on a hilly stage. Hilly? Four categorized climbs, all right? Like, it's a small hill near where I live. It's only probably about a half mile, 8% grade with a 12% kicker. And I'm always like struggling if once I get to the top of that. These guys are doing these 8 to 10% grades in the big ring in the front. It's amazing. It really is. So congrats to Stage 16, today's winner, Patrick Conrad from the Bora Hansgrohe group. And it's actually really cool to see two Bora guys getting stage wins. Normally they're always doing the work for Peter Sagan. Peter got hurt in a crash early on, and now we know that he got pierced in the kneecap by a sprocket, and he had to have some surgery. So that's why he ended up dropping out of the tour this year, and he had some surgery done on that knee. But his teammates are taking advantage of the fact that they're not trying to set him up for sprints, and I was a little critical of what they were doing before. It didn't look like they were getting him there, but I guess it was because Peter was suffering. And, well, now we know that, man, they're a damn strong team. So congrats to Bora, congrats to Patrick Conrad. And then towards the end, there was a little bit of a shakeup, or they tried to be, a little bit of attack to see if they can put any tacks into the legs of Tadej Pogacar. EF got to the front for a little while, then held back. It looked like a status quo as they all crossed the line. And Green Jersey got in within a time cut, so we will possibly see him on the finish. We'll have Friday and Saturday with Saturday's time trial, Friday's a flat stage, and Sunday with an opportunity to break the record. Now, let's talk about the beer. I thought it was a mountain stage. It's hilly, it's still pretty big, so I'm trying to go with a bigger beer. Over the next 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, big beers, or big stages, big mountains, so I'll try to get some bigger beers. And today, we're going to go with the Triple Carmelite. It is a Belgian-style triple, and this is a classic example of this beer, one of my favorites. This goes right up there with some of the Belgian strong classics like Westmalle Triple, St. Bernardus, or even Chimay. So the Triple Carmelite is a lovely beer. Should be nice and light in color. And so we're going to talk real quick two different things. This is a Belgian triple. Got a big fluffy head on this one. It's also a little warm. It's been sitting out for a little bit as I was busy doing some other stuff. So that is a terrible, terrible pour. But we're going to have to go with it because I only have one bottle and I need to tell you about the beer. So there you go. That said, sometimes you get these with these big fluffy heads on them. And if we really want to get the aroma on this, well, why not? That's the way to do it. You got a lot of effervescence in there. Look at that carbonation. Big carbonation. Big fisheye type bubbles in the head. Color on this is pretty golden. Yeah, a little lighter than, say, C3PO. Yeah. And that's a difference between this beer and one that is very, very similar to it. So you have Belgian Triple and you have Belgian Strong Golden. The Belgian Strong Golden is actually going to be a little bit lighter in color and a little sweeter. This one is going to have some bitterness to it. There's more hops to balance it out. Not a hoppy beer whatsoever, however. Slightly darker in color than its cousin. Think of it as a big, big version of your Belgian blonde, like a Leffe or something to that effect. The aroma is spicy, floral. Little clove, little banana. It's a little mix of both. And, yeah, it's super wonderful. You don't smell the alcohol, though. And so the Triple Carmelite, like I said, it's a big beer, and I want to say this comes in at 9. Where are you? I had it on here, and now I don't. I know this makes for a very boring video. Sorry. I'll find it. Let's finish talking about the beer. So this is really, really nice. spicy. And when I say spicy, I mean like spices, like black pepper, green peppers, floral, citrus as well, orange, lemon, and malt sweetness. You don't really taste hops to this. You get the hops effect, but you don't taste the hops that are going on in here. Uh, Mouthfeel can be anywhere on this particular style between light bodied, call it light medium to a heavy medium. This one's, I'm going to call it right medium. It's not too much on the other side. Even though it's a stronger beer, you should not taste the alcohol. You might be able to get it after your sip. You got a little alcohol there, but it's a sneaky alcohol, and the best beers of this style, the Belgian ones, are just wonderful, and you don't realize that you're drinking something so strong. That also makes it a great food beer. So what do you want to pair this with? It's a Belgian beer. Belgian frites. Why not? Have some French fries with some mayo, or aioli if you want to be fancy. Um, so yeah, you could do this with frites. I would also do this with fish. I would do this with a charred fish, like a charred salmon on the grill. The effervescence is high enough that it's going to cut through the fattiness that you get from salmon. It would also go great with scallops, grilled scallops, scallops and linguine. Um, Mussels, obviously. Mussels are a big Belgian thing. So yeah, mussels and frites on the side, or salmon's one of my favorite. I'd say salmon on the grill would be where I would go with this. So yeah, this smells amazing. It tastes amazing. This is a great beer, and it's a big beer. And I really should find this, so I should tell you. I thought I knew it off the top of my head, and I don't. And it's not saying. It's also bottle conditioned, too. So when you pour this, pour most of it out, not all of it. That little tiny bit, I mean, if you don't care, swirl it, put it in. I like to swirl the last of it and then just kind of drink that from the bottle. But the rest of it, that great golden color, that is just amazing. So, Triple Carmelite, Belgian style triple ale. Uh, it's a wonderful, beautiful beer, and a big beer for a big, hilly stage. We'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's mountain stage, and we'll check that out with another beer to talk about after the race. Until then, remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and drink good beer. Cheers. Where is that alcohol? It swears on here. 9%. I don't know. Whatever.